year is 1968, and the United States stands at the edge of the abyss. Defeated in the Second World War, battered, humiliated, and divided. The American dream is on life support, and now the people have made their choice. Richard Nixon. 1940s, another nightmare. The Nazi war machine crushed Europe. Pearl Harbor burned, and by 47, we were forced to sign an armistice. Japan carved up the Pacific, Germany dictated the world order, and America returned inwards. The 50s were an age of isolation, cultural and racial riots, economic turmoil, impotent government paralyzed between corrupt Democrats and reactionary Republicans. The American century had ended before it began. Now, in '68, we had a second chance. Richard Milhouse Nixon, the man who never quit, taking the White House, his visions, an America reborn, an economy stabilized, a military built, and a pride restored, a nation ready to challenge the Reich on a global order. But the question remains, can Nixon hold the country together long enough to make it happen? Can he tame Congress, the radicals in the streets, the looming threat of a second civil war? Today, we take command of the United States in its darkest hour. We'll fight to restore order, crush subversion, and prepare for the day we can finally take our revenge on the Nazis. The Reich thinks we're finished. Japan believes we'll never rise again. But Nixon has other plans. Welcome to the new America. Hey everyone, my name is Darthy Mollicus and welcome to TNO, also known as the New World Order. So there's been an update recently. Well, we already covered a few things, but today we're going to be playing as the United States of America. Get into things and see how, things go. I've not played too much of TNO, specifically in the United States, so yeah, quite a lot to explore, a lot new to me as well. So we got a few things here. So you can see in the past, if we go back to 1940, Thomas E. Dewey went against Hopkins, and then we got James went against Dewey again, and then Dewey won. And then we got Eisenhower, which completely destroyed Taft. And Eisenhower once again beat Edmund Martin. So we got the Republican Party, a party of conservatives finds itself led by the greatest survivor of all, Richard Nixon, master of negative campaigning. Nixon survived a financial scandal in 1952 and near defeat in the 1954 California national elections, and forced his way into Kifora's cabinet as Secretary of State. He styles himself as the leader of the silent majority, even as the domestic unpopularity grows. Okay, and we got the Democrats, we got the nationalists, we got the progressives, and then we got the extremists. Okay. Okay, so we have quite a few research slots I've seen. So we got our industry, which looks quite strange. The tabs. Okay, so since the the Malaysian insurgency starts at the start of the game, pretty much these guys are already at war. We're going to rush down to that. So we're going to go to smashing the crescent wave. We're going to build infrastructure everywhere too. So I'm just going to bam this everywhere. America's going to look like a highway after this. Yep, so we're basically hardly going to put anything on mills. We're going to put everything on surfaces we can. This is quite funny. Even a less perceptive man than J. Edgar Hoover could tell that President Nixon was drunk. The president swayed slightly as slur streamed from his mouth. Diatribes against Mexicans and their president, relatively additional to the usual invectives against. Okay, yeah, Nixon is really something else, ain't he? Okay, so this is about the Malaysian conflict and trying to get troops to the Malaysians. So now we can send aid to them, apparently. So I'm gonna have a look at that. Okay, come bomb Shonan. Okay, let's do it. Completion. Okay. More law. Japanese tensions decrease. Okay, cool. Agreement ends at Aleutian Crisis. The weeks-long standoff between Japanese and American fleets around the Aleutian Islands has concluded. Both superpowers begin a scripted withdrawal from the Northern Pacific. The plan, mediated by the Mexican president, also calls for the US to release the Japanese pilot. Ain't that great? We got the German moon landing. That's a shame. They beat us to it. Yep, there we got the moon landing. We've got the Great Ambitions, and we got a few events. Okay. Class 3 Senate election season. So we can go for vote R&D or we can go for NPP. I'm going to go for the Republican Democrats, I think. Why isn't there a Russia anymore, Mary asked. It's complicated, Miss Dunson's replied, before flipping open her book to continue talking about the curriculum mandated discussion of manifest destiny. But isn't that history, and aren't we in history class, Mary asked again? From what I know, the Germans defeated the Soviet Union in the war, but didn't take over the whole country, leaving the rest to be fought over. Some are communists like in the Soviet Union, while others want to bring back the old empire. None of us want to be democratic like us here in America, she said. Now if you can turn to... Why can't they all just get together and beat up the Germans? Yeah, why can't they all get together and beat up the Germans? I was like, I don't know if Tabby's even here. I'd have made the joke, but I don't think Tabby is actually, isn't it supposed to be in, Commie Republic or something? I don't even know. I've never played Tabby, but I've just seen all the memes. Okay, MPP runs a good campaign in Great Plains. Interesting. Antarctica's here. And we got Martin Luther King Jr. speech. Completes focus to have a dream. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna make a local revolt because I think that helps helps the Malaysians because it just distracts the Japanese. Warns the division. German spy arrested.
I love blighty British England eating chips and fish. Let's all keep our lights on during the blitz.
Okay, so ironically, the German spy was disguised as a Jewish American. What the heck? And then we got the President's Daily Brief. Mr. President, we believe that the best way to curtail Japanese economic and military power is to draw them into new and escalating conflicts, get them bogged down in a new jungle war, and they'll feel the pain. Alright, Bob. Freaking Bob, of all the people this guy could be called, he's got Bob with the most generic name. Go on. Go ahead, Bob. Enlighten me. Two of the largest potential targets in Malaysia and Philippines. Malaya is driven by Japanese resource extraction, military regimes, and native collaborators. Meanwhile, the Philippines is a nation in a state of rebellion. And as we know well, the population is believed to be very resentful of their occupiers. Both countries have active rebel groups, which could use as proxies against Tokyo. Okay, Bob, what form would this proxy warfare be taking? I think I'll ship American advisors, that's going to help them out a bit. We got the other America, which is, I'm not sure where the other America is to be fair, but yeah. America's biggest conception is debunked. I'm getting a little worried because these guys can easily be cut off here. Turkish government crushes spring protests, man with a plan. Okay, and then we got the MPP runs an incredible campaign in the Central East Coast. That's terrible for us. That's really terrible. That's unlucky. Alright, we got. There's one from Steve. Okay, we got. Dear Mum and Dad, I'm alive, or at least when I wrote this letter, and I'm in good shape. We're currently camped out in Tanatuva. Oh no, she's doing that. The growing tides of dissent against Kana regimes continue to nurture special opportunities for us to determine and undermine the Tokyo-backed government into Jakarta. One such venue is the Universal China Movement, aka Permester, whose leaders seek to oppose the fight against the constricting economic policies damaging their local business developments. Okay, so we're gonna give the boys gun and ammo to the opposition forces. Of course, we're gonna support anyone against the Japanese, even if they're not good people, I guess. Because that's the that's our way of doing things. Yeah, our choppers have arrived. Where's the Russian embassy? Yep, where is the Russian embassy? I think they also took the port as well, which is pretty good. So now they basically got no supply in the north, or they shouldn't have much supply in the north.
My fellow Americans tonight, I want to speak to you about the great struggle unfolding in the jungles of Malaysia. Half a world away, the forces of tyranny still cling desperately to their conquests, carrying not just brave American boys, but liberty itself. The whir of those rotors is the sound of freedom, the promise that the United States does not abandon those who fight for their own destiny. The Malaysian people, let me tell you, these are good, decent people. They want what any people want. To live in peace, to build a future, to raise their children without fear. And thanks to the heroism of our troops, their cities are no longer battlefields. But make no mistake, America does not lose wars. We do not flinch, we do not falter, and we do not walk away from our commitments. Some may say, Mr. President, why should we be in Malaysia? Why should America fight another war so far from home? To them, I say this, because the cause of freedom anywhere is the cause of America everywhere. If we do not stand against tyranny abroad, we invite it to our doorstep. We are shaping history, my friends. And history will not remember those who stood a seat, will remember those who stood tall.
Uber's offer, just burn it, I guess. I don't know what it is, but just burn it. I don't think anything's stopping us now from winning. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it isn't green. Okay, I don't know what this... Yeah, I think we've just secured Malaysia nearly. Yep, but take Shunan. Falling in Washington. Nixon now more than ever. Okay, more support for Nixon. Yeah, I think the Trilogy thing's gonna work because we got a minimum invasion supply 98, we got 97 supply, we got 100% operational strength, we got the Mexicans to help us. We should be doing good. All these roads we got built under freaking Nixon. All these roads we got built. It's very impressive. Now I'm just going to build schools absolutely everywhere. Perhaps we haven't always seen eye to eye, but in the world of despots and dictators, those that still believe in democracy and the rights of man must unite or be destroyed alone. Welcome, New Delhi now knows that there stands a city on a hill many miles away that will support her through thick and thin, no matter the cost. Okay, then we got CIA report on Shmadolf about the attack. He's been in a state of constant decline ever since the signing of the 1945 armistice. There's now strong reason to believe he is no longer competent to lead Germany. Many of his duties have been delegated out to various ministers and aides. Any attempt at high-level diplomatic contact should be considered impossible while Germany lacks a competent leader. Despite an official nomination of a successor, the leader's succession line is far from secured, with 4 candidates jostling for favour from the army, students, and power bases. Okay. So he's estimated to have a maximum of 6 months left to live. Should he die, a wide-scale armed conflict is almost inevitable for Germany. Should an extended conflict break out in Germany, the Einpacht is likely to collapse. Oh, Erdogan takes over Levant. Okay. And we got the Yasuda crisis. Alright, so we got our #1 ally now in the Middle East, which is interesting. Jordan signs peace protocols with Israel. Beginning of a new era? King of Jordan has formally agreed to peace accords with the state of Israel. This news arrives as an immense shock to many in the Arab camps as a total backstab and unjustified and cowardly capitulation to the enemy. Riots in Iran has erupted in protest for the peace, with Palestinian leader in exile. Okay. Interesting things. Already having problems over here. The Dominican Republic is always proud to welcome Senor Gittelman Trujillo, held with glass and a vice grip, his eyes trailing back over to the older man among the tables, respectable, ever hunched, signs of a once intimidating physique that has softened over 3 decades. Simon, Coke continued, train me to be the man who cast out the Haitians, shook off anarchy and poverty, steering this nation through crisis after crisis unfettered. So he's just found out his nation's about to be invaded by us. Okay. Operation begins in a day. I won't worry about our relations with the United States, Manley began. We're all aware of the threat posed by fascists in both oceans, and a stable ally would much preferably be one of constant state of crisis. Secondly, after your humanitarian intervention, the United States has been suffering from a surfeit of what your people call bad publicity. Convention would do much to ally concerns and continue influence of the Colossus of the North. We made landfall. Okay, the operations as a go. There we go. We've got quite a few divisions there, I think. If they actually, you know, if the AI is actually competent, we should be able to take the Dominican, I think. Okay, I'm going to try to go for Manila now. I don't know if I can take it because I lost a lot of my strength in that force attack. I didn't think a tank would go into that, but there you go. Oh, the opening salvo. Final uncertainty. The Nixon White House was defined by chaos, as phone line operators were overwhelmed by the sheer number of calls going to and from the White House. Dude, South Africa and Africa Shield. So yeah, because still can't send anything to help them for some reason. With the outbreak of South African War, every foreign policy-based magazine worth its salt had something to say. The same, of course, applied to Commentary magazine. Another opt from the controversial popular Georgetown analyst called Kirkpatrick. Okay, and then we got this one. Yes, I think it's appeared now, finally. Yes, go. Okay, it's appeared. Now I've got the home front, and I can control the war press. Okay, now I can only send one volunteer. I hate when it does this. There we go. Now I can send 2 apparently. I don't like this game sometimes. It has so many bugs in it. I can't do Forgotten Allies? Oh, apparently we're in a crisis, so I can't do it now. Yeah, we got the UK war going on. Can't do anything about that. Sorry, chips. Apparently we're in a crisis, so gotta smashing the dominoes. He stopped a war, and this is how they treat him. Yeah, they're treating Nixon poorly. They think, oh my goodness, he's beaten all these wars. Let's impeach him, guys. Okay, we got lots of things going on, but I'm gonna just try to rush for, you know, the capitals and things. There's a nice straight path here towards various cities we can take.
Now let me tell you something. My fellow American history will remember this moment. This is a triumph, a victory for freedom, for democracy, and for the very principles upon which this great nation was built. A people, once oppressed, now free to determine their own destiny. This is what America stands for, not just words, not just platitudes, but action. We do what is right, even when it is hard. And let's talk about what's happening here at home. The Civil Rights Act. Some said it couldn't be done.
Oh, case. We lost apparently. I don't even know what happened. None of these places fell yet. I got all the events saying they fell. Because I'll go down on my nuclear expenditure, and I'll go down on my my navy, I guess. Okay, that should be fine. I think I've made decent adjustments. I'll underfund my army as well. And we'll put everything into science, I think. That should be fine. Okay, now we can do the Forgotten Allies. Okay. I think Spears... it could be winning, I don't know. I mean, looks like he's getting pushed a bit. Bormann has less divisions, so I don't know who's going to win in Germany, to be honest. Okay, I need to destroy some troops. There we go. Oh my goodness. Who sacrificed an American to destroy some Filipinos? Was it worth it? I don't know. Maybe not. But if it means winning in the Philippines, I mean, I think that's kind of worth it. No matter how many American divisions we have to give up. Bush and Nixon stared at faces surrounding him in the East Room. Staffers, Secret Services, cook, custodians, all of them having served in his administration as loyally as they could in the past 4 years. He decided to pontificate to them for a few minutes. At the very least, they could learn not to do what he did. I mean, Nixon was quite good in this timeline, I think. Nixon shook Kennedy's hand, simply stating, "Keep her steady, Jack." Climbed the stairway and turned around for one look at the White House. The staff, the guards, the reporters, the cameras, and he couldn't stop himself from smiling. He gave a wave and approved two victory signs, chuckling at the fervent applause he got from the crowd. He then turned around and stepped into Mary 1 into history. So we reached our goal for GDP and things. We're gonna do a campaign in Georgia. Wait, what? The Second Philippine Republic unites with the Philippines? How? They were nowhere near giving up. What do you mean? Hey, we're gonna reassure the progressives. Progressives of the Democratic Party have held a very prominent role in American history, but their inclusions into the mainstream Democratic platform have always been a tenuous one. A calls out celebration, front farewell. Don't worry then, good policy campaign. Damn it. We do the McCormack presidency. Kennedy's been assassinated, damn it. Okay, so we can save Nixon's legacy or move past him. Yeah, I think I'll move past Nixon because that boosts my Republican Democratic support, so... Wait, what the heck is this? Insurgency. What insurgency? And we're gonna say Nixon was a soul in torment, so we're gonna get the bonuses. Democratic support. Okay, Lyndon B. Johnson against Wallace. This is gonna be insane. I think. Yeah. LBJ's completely destroyed Wallace. Okay. Here we go. Cool. Yeah, looking at Russia, it looks like we got Vyatka, and then we got this place, and then this place. Okay. Communists in the Far East. Oh, Salisbury. Punching numbers at dusk. Inauguration day. Alright. Great society. So we get the Johnson presidency. After more than a year of hard campaigning from the primaries to the general election, President Lyndon B. Johnson sits in the Oval Office, okay, and he claims a great society. A lot of things have just happened because the South African War just ended. Okay, I mean, Indonesia revolting, okay. We gotta control the African mandates, or if they reach 0, they're gonna break free, and it's going down weekly as well. The only what's stable is the Congo. That's the only one which is stable here. The rest are unstable. As the death count steadily increases and more honest Americans mourn their loved ones, the political temperature is raising up to an alarming speed. For better America. Form task forces, okay. So I think I'll do this. Secure congressional support. We're gonna need that first. Okay, grin and bear it. So I can send a division to Indonesia, not India for some reason. So this is Pandora's box opens further. Decisions to aid the Republic of India will cost them their own stability, so use them wisely. 24-hour special on India played. Help us, America, help us. Cardboard held up by students, so we got that. Oh god, this is crazy. I've got so much to do. Some aid build, yes, let's do that. House United. The bill has passed the House, but the Senate may be more resistant. Indian aid bill, so we need support for... I'm gonna ask the progressives, and I'm gonna ask the... my own party, probably, I mean... We could have asked the nationalist senators, I might do that. They probably won't agree. We'll see. Escalated aid, the bill's passed. Okay. And impact. Well, we got and impact. I thought the bill already passed, but it apparently passed twice, okay? I don't know. 4. Okay, I can say 4. Holy crap, that's a lot. A lot of things. Down the road with Pakistan as well, I didn't realise that's a lot to deal with then. What was Indonesia after years of war? Once, there stood cities and brick and mortar and now stood good ruins. They were sent helicopters.
My fellow Americans, as your president, I want to announce the beginning of a new era. The past 30 years since our fall from greatness has been marked by continued disappointment that the United States has shown to our people and the world. Americans in those past years had become more poor, sick, hungry, angry, resentful, and in embarrassment over our government's continued failures to help the American people prosper. Even with foreign threats from the swastika, it has been no excuse for the past neglect.
We got so much to do, like the freaking proxy war in Indonesia, the proxy war in India, the proxy war in Africa. We got loads of guerrillas, warfare things going off. The war on poverty.
On the poverty thing, I want to say that this is not going to solve poverty. 30 years ago, they were talking about 1/3. Today, we're talking about 1/5. But it is a begin. And as President Kennedy said, let us begin. And this is a beginning. And if it works, as the Peace Corps works, then we'll improve it. If it doesn't, we'll correct it. But let us begin.
Okay, it looks like India is losing quite a lot to Pakistan for some reason. I'm really trying to help them. It's just hard, because they just won't control the lines. I'm just trying to slow them down as much as possible. Now these divisions can help out in the south. Hey, Italy has their first election. Okay, they got Aldo Moro. Open parties, okay. Oh no, Pakistan won the independence war. Okay, but now India's just got one throne, which is good. News from Tokyo. We've begun efforts to woo the Italians into our alliance. We have much recently received information from the Japanese Empire doing much the same, hoping the Italians to join the co-prosperity sphere. Okay, so we're gonna have to battle for Italy then? Welfare of the people. Probably might help me. A lot of political power. Why expand the OFN? Both the prosperity sphere and the Organization of Free Nations, or in the new democratic nation of Italy, there has been an increased push from within the United States to attempt to convince the government to put more effort in convincing the newly appointed Italian government. Alright. Yeah, Italy would provide a crucial ally. Get them. Truman had the right idea. 2 decades ago, Senator Truman proposed legislation that would revolutionize the American healthcare system. In the pitiful state of the health industry, he proposed widespread government action to address the growing problems. Okay, peace in Indonesia achieved, and their dictator wins. Okay. Suharto wins. 2 simple black words on the morning's newspaper spelled out the new reality. Spent a lot of time both in the meetings and others reflecting on what went wrong. How they lost so much. It was true that in the course of that long, drawn out war, a war that cost American lives and much more in the lives of the Indonesians themselves, there were moments when it seemed that the tide was turning, that they really could win. Wasn't it because of this hope that they sent so many of their sons to fight in the jungles? Was so that confidence was misplaced? What then could they say, with grieving families welcoming the body bags back home? It's all worthless. Well, they couldn't tell them the truth, that Suharto was never interested in working with America even before the war. Okay, so my other colonies in Africa, freedom liberation governments of gaining stability now, you see. America wins the issue. Okay, we're winning with the Italians, I think. That reminds me, I have to put political power into the Italians. There we are. They're on our side now, kind of, a bit. Teach them well. On its most basic level, education is a process of instilling knowledge into children, prepare them for the job market. However, it extends beyond the practical applications. Okay, we got to really campaign. This is looking bad. I mean, our nation's quickly turning, Italy chooses their future. Over the past few weeks, both the OFN and co-prosperity sphere were entangled in a bitter fight over the heart of the most beautiful maiden of Europe, the sweet Italian Empire. Tears were shed, bouquets and gauntlets were thrown, but in the end, both suitors received the cold shoulder for now. The lady isn't just ready to commit yet. No, she needs time to find herself and forge her own path for a while. There we go. It's a shame, really, because they're more, on our side. You're now playing a single player or something. Like, what is this? I didn't expect this to happen. MPP runs a good campaign. Damn it. Damn them. They keep running good campaigns. I don't like it. Okay, debating voting rights. We need full equality. All the provisions. Allow some special provisions. The general provisions are fine. Let's not push further. We need full equality. Add all the provisions. Oh, this just sucks. Oh, China. China led a successful crusade. And declare war on National Protection Army, okay. Good luck with that one. Great Asian War. Every empire, it seems, has its end. What started out as a regional rebellion within China has, beyond the wildest predictions, brought the Japan-affiliated republic to its knees. Okay. Chinese has the spirit to fight the enemy to the last drop of blood, the determination to recover the lost territory by our own efforts and the ability to stand on our own feet. Mao Zedong. Okay, succeeded. Cool. We prepare the states. Predictably, many states propose the passage of further legislation to Congress, and have been reluctant to participate in the implementation of our program. Admittedly, the effects of state-level budgets can be stressful, but with sufficient reorganization, it should be manageable to encourage participation in our newly constructed system. Wait, they're taking Beijing. Oh my goodness, they took Beijing. Hey, Star Trek, my favorite show's come out. Lovely. Oh my goodness, we're still alive in Colombia, really? You need those for those choppers. And my guys are just hanging out in the Amazon. No, they can't really do anything. So it's actually Vietnam, I swear. It's just 10 times worse than Vietnam, in fact, I think. Mr. President, we got more of the Great Society passed through Congress with a wide range of majority and support. These proposals and ideas have been receiving impulse for the past few months. In general, the people are with us. The Congress, including the RDC and much of NPP, are still supported, so we can expect the bipartisan support needed to get more through. That said, some of the more conservative and moderate members are taking to Stafford on Capitol Hill and feeling like we've already done a good job. Maybe start winding down the Great Society. America will start to tire of our agenda. We keep going. Hey, my force have returned. I wish I could send things to China. They seem to be in some form of stalemate. Japan's trying to desperately hold on to ports, but they're getting encircled, it looks like. Imagine just being the president or prime minister of Japan and having to deal with this. We got Boris Yeltsin, we got Vladimir III, we got freaking Dmitry, yeah. Now we got this war with Vladimir Finland. And Onega. Oh, okay. National Protection Army has taken all of China. It's weird. Minus 2,000 for the Great Asian War defeat. Holy crap. Yeah, the Japanese are not well after that. The foothold of the free world in West Africa is under threat. Under the guise of anti-colonialism, the Pan-African Liberation Front, no more than Japanese stooges playing up racial politics, is marching upon our old allies and free friends. Monarchy returns in Laos, okay. Alewards. Oh, India joined the OFN. Cool. India. I love India. Oh no, Pakistan joined the Heinz Pact. This is not good. Yeah, for some reason, Free France does not like me. I don't know why. All our core provinces. I do? They claimed our territory? I don't know. Wait, what? Military coup in Japan? End of the Yokosankai. Over the rage of heaven or the cries of earth, the roar of the epoch is thundering now. Order of the Showa Restoration 1930. Storm clouds. Oh, so now we got Muto Akira. All else has failed, it seems. Japan's constitutional era, which has so far endured thanks to Konoe's carefully built foundations, lost. The empires whose dominance over Asia has been all but assured has burst into flames, and over the ashes one man stands. A great conspiracy. Strange rumors has... Oh goodness. Events, go away! Strange rumors has arisen from the depths of Japanese-occupied China, or it's no longer... Dang. Following the arrest of a Nanjing assigned general Sun Dayan Ying, rumors of a great conspiracy spread like wildfire, involving Dai Li. Okay. Germany increased presence in Indian Ocean. Oh goodness, no. How worse can it get? Yeah. We gotta worry about freaking Pakistan. And we got Sikkim and Bhutan in our faction as well. It's like the panic because of China. Johnson versus Harrington, who's gonna win? It looks like Johnson's gonna win by far. Okay. There you have it. Election day in 1968. Johnson's been voted in again. 51 million votes. I know what's the highest GDP anyone ever got in this modus. I mean, I guess you just gotta do tax cuts constantly and stuff. It's been a great many weeks since the passing of America's most recent civil rights bill. However, it's come to our attention of our administration that in many cities across America, segregated areas remain due to extreme police prejudice. African Americans are still forced into lower class status due to the strengths of the lawmen who were commanded to protect them. Additionally, there have been claims that certain discriminatory supremacist organizations have infiltrated many police departments. With so many reports from so many sources, it is in my opinion that immediate action must be taken to ratify the issue. As such, our administration will be moving to reshuffle selected police forces, mandate heavier background checks, and screening measures for new officers. Johnson's held a press conference to address the major issues at hand with the implementation of civil rights across America. Many have openly claimed that discrimination is still heavily present across the nation, especially among police forces. The president, in a heavily anticipated statement, had this to say.
State rights, huh?
Second inauguration of US President Lyndon B. Johnson. Alright, Queen of Lilium. Day after the election. Two men shook hands as they entered the Oval Office. Congratulations on the election, Mr. President.
Pleasure's all mine. What wasn't there to be pleased about? The economy was going up. Race riots were becoming a thing of the past. And America's larger moved on from Watergate and Africa. Everything was going tense and steady. Mr. Secretary,
began the president, as he occupied the resolute desk.
What can you tell me about the ports? What do I look like, a nationalist nut job? Not gonna escalate if that's what you thought. I'll have something bigger in mind. I want a report on the desk by tomorrow morning. Likelihoods, risk assessments, angles of approach, everything you think I need to know. We'll discuss this in detail with the rest of the cabinet.
Right away. All the way with LBJ. Okay. We have another focus tree? We're gonna get another focus tree? Alright, so we're now doing the treaty port agreement. So Japan has lost a lot of their empire, so they're probably gonna want a lot from us. Yeah, we'll go to Mexico City. Hey, US-Japanese talks began. Negotiations worked, okay. The trade deal between USA and Japan is being finalized after days of proposal and communication. Seems like both parties are getting the resources they finally need. The United States will have its ports in San Francisco and Los Angeles return without conflict, and Japan will be given an oil grant that will help solve the widespread shortage throughout the sphere. Smiles all around. It appears an end is in sight for the trade embargo between the world's greatest economists. Those one step closer to a falling in relationship between USA and Japan. So we get a third clause now. Now we're going to go hard on Japan and say the Japanese must demilitarize Hawaii before we receive our ports. We can't just stop here. Yep, gotta go further. So yeah, I'm gonna insist on the civilian Hawaii. Let's do it. We need a civilian Hawaii. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, to be honest. I'm gonna, send troops to the ports just in case they decide to attack me. Who knows? Eh? Improve civil rights, yes, and our coalition's decreasing. Nationalists get more support. Use the ghetto riots. Look at the chaos, the looting, destruction, and violence has ruined so many of our cities. That looting and destruction come from the ghettos that remain impoverished in destitution and other misery thanks to our current party's inability to solve this crisis. We must do something to soothe the anger and rage from the black community as well as to prevent any violence between fellow Americans of all colours. Alright, so now... Okay, the US and Japanese treaty signed, that's good. The policy terms have come up with several options for our proposal to Congress on housing rights. Thanks to their creative writing skills, we can pass a strong bill that limits exemptions. A bill that retains the strong language of any former while introducing enough carve-outs to at least limit the spread of integration. Okay, so we can do a strong stand on racial inequity. If compromise must be made, let's just hope we don't read too closely. Strong stand, yes. Man, look at our political buy. Just 900. 190. Mine's 990. An ocean pacified. The Pacific Ocean was hardly Pacific, even before the Second World War. Great powers past had offered at least a stick of kindling to the half fires below the large cauldron, soaking its waters to an even simmer. Not too hot, but its riches cannot be plumbed, nor too mild that all freely state they agree with them. Okay. So we become owner of Hawaii. What the heck? Peace in our time. Cool. Oh my goodness, everyone loves us now. What the heck? We got contacts in West Siberia. We control Hawaii, but it's demilitarized. But no one's just gonna talk about that. But we control Hawaii. Roof over one's heads. Everyone's gonna get a roof. Aggressive backlash. A few concessions is a small price to pay. So war in Russia. President B. Johnson sat at the Resolute desk looking at the maps. The files that the CIA had produced that illustrate the current situation. It's now once the Soviet Union. You can see, Mr. President, the situation is rapidly changing. Okay, so we can... Our friend in West Siberia, of course, let them fight. We're going to support West Siberia, I guess? West Siberian Republic. The battle for Eastern Russia, so we're going to pick the part Eastern Republic. I doubt these guys... Wait, these actually have more... Yeltsin has more divisions? What the heck? Break in the storm. Cool. The many weeks protesting over the inability of Johnson's administration to enforce its desegregation rules upon southern police departments, many cities across the south are beginning to calm down. That's good. Stockholm Conference. For the first time in like ages, several representatives of the United States and Germany have gathered without a firelight breaking out offer of nuclear annihilation, dangling ever close to a reality. So, here we go. We're sending out something in Sweden. Stockholm agreements. Embargoes between the Einspack and the OFN have been lifted. Okay, so no one embargoes us anymore. We're not embargoed by anybody. we can trade with everybody. Okay. The nationalists are growing. Mr. President, latest polls in. It's well not good news. For the first time, a majority of respondents are saying that they're feeling unsure about the cost of the Great Society. That's not good. Actually, maybe that is good. As long as it doesn't result in me getting bombed, I think that's good. But Burgundy has collapsed. God, no, don't let Himmler win. No. This can't happen. How is this happening? Why would anyone want to fight for this place? I don't get it. German invasion of Burgundy? That's good, I guess, as long as it doesn't nuke the world. Our work is never done. I swear, Germany, you better not nuke the world by doing this. Alright, I think as much as I want to pick one, I want to see the event. I want to see what happens. Really funny. I'm glad, finally, they cleared up freaking Burgundy. That place no longer exists, thankfully. It's got a translator. Our troubles are many. Okay. Apparently I've got a new, Our work's never done. Okay. Calm the Republicans. And how can united we stand? Endorse the Kirkpatrick for 72. Growing socialism. Okay, so we're getting more Marxists now. Yet to Marxists, this is a good thing, and moreover, they're the ones responsible for it by putting pressure on Johnson.
Americans, tonight I want to talk to you about a struggle for freedom, a struggle for democracy, and a struggle that is unfolding in a place far from our shores, but close to our hearts, Iran. Now, I know some folks might ask, why Iran? Why should America care about some fight in the deserts and the mountains halfway across the world? Well, let me tell you why. Because this is not just about Iran. This is about the fundamental idea that people, no matter where they were born, no matter what language they speak, have the right to choose their own future. And by God, that is a right worth fighting for. Right now, the forces of democracy, the forces of decency are standing up against tyranny. They are outnumbered, they are under siege, but they have something their oppressors will never understand: the will of a free people. And the United States of America does not stand idly by when free men and women cry out for help. Some small men say we should sit this one out, that America should just look the other way. Well, let me tell you something. That's not who we are. That's not who we have ever been. When tyranny rises, when oppression spreads, the United States has always answered the call. This is not about conquest.
Wait, what? The alliance collapsed? I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming, oh my goodness. Okay. We have sent troops back to Iran. Let's go. We're doing a great society. This is done against all odds, all critics, and most expectations. President Johnson's realized his dream of a great American society. He might not have gotten absolutely everything he wanted, but he has managed to accomplish this, and much is a grand achievement. Damn, okay. We got life does not forgive weakness. That is horrifying. We got more stuff. But Iceland again. Islamic Republic of Iran defeats Shahdam of Iran. But now he can say he's made the Great Society a reality. The wake of achievement in our promises, the Republican Democrats have shown rare signs of improved cohesion. Yet this might prove fleeting. Implementing Johnson's agenda has alienated millions of former RDC voters, but being wooed by the demagogues of the NPP and their unceasing attacks on our policies.
This is not about domination. This is about helping a nation stand on its own 2 feet, so that one day they can teach their children about democracy, about liberty, without fear of a knock at the door in the middle of the night. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. This will not be easy. The road ahead is hard, but history does not remember those who stood back, wrung their hands, and hoped for the best. It remembers those who acted, those who stood firm, those who knew that when the forces of darkness gather, you do not bow, you stand tall. And so, my fellow Americans, let us stand tall for Iran. Let us stand tall for democracy. And let us never forget, America is great not because it takes, but because it gives. Not because it imposes, but because it inspires. May God bless the people of Iran, and may God bless the United States of America.
These things are fast, holy crap. These motorized infantry are really fast. Liberals win in Iran. Finally over. We finally successfully lifted the liberal faction above all its enemies. There we go. Senjabi wins. Senjabi. They're not faction. Okay, cool. Join the OFN. Okay, the game's kind of bugged. You see there's just a red arrow here and nothing is happening. I don't know why it's that. It's not going away though. So yeah, it's now part of the map. The red arrow of Iran. Okay, so now we have Jackson versus Kirkpatrick. We're gonna pick Kirkpatrick, I think. So yeah, we're gonna pick him. Surprisingly, I get to decide, given, you know, apparently we're in a democracy, which I find it kind of funny. I can still boost the other guy. You know, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Okay, apparently my economy's not good enough. I don't know. But here we are, the next elections. I think we're winning. Is he gonna get one state at all? You seen how many votes he's getting? You are kidding me. This 11 to 527. You see, this is a problem with democracy. 60 million votes to 41 million votes. 11 to 527. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, here we go. We've got Kirkpatrick now. Frighteningly transformative candidate by just about every measure and rare female to wield such authority. Kirkpatrick is noted by external observers for her unflinching militarism in the face of the Cold War, combined with a traditionally conservative democratic approach to social policy. So, I mean, she looks kinda similar to Thatcher, I'm not gonna lie. Stand Up America, and then we got the inaugural address. Alrighty, a woman's true place. For centuries, women have been told by men what to cook, what to do, what to wear. For centuries, women have been treated as less than men, and this continues. Yeah. We're going down. So see, this is the path we're going down. Rise of the Russian Empire. Should you ever come to Texas, know that it will always be my privilege to have the pleasure of your company. May the early days of your administration be happy and bright. Yours truly, LBJ. Through a conflict with both the Reich and Japan, the CIA has proven itself invaluable. Gene Kirkpatrick has proposed the CIA Act of 1973. If it passes, the bill will allow significantly increased funding for the CIA. All 45 Democrats, 23 Republicans, 7 of 12 progressives, and not all of the nationalists support me. Okay. Many people see the United States as the front line against fascism across the world, exactly as they should. Yet just behind the scenes lies a central intelligence agency doing the things that need to be done to protect freedom. The men and women of the CIA will do whatever it takes to promote liberty. We can do a tour for America, or we can do of all developments, the greatest post-war success. So I'm going to do this, the greatest post-war success. The OFN was by far the greatest and most important. A League of Nations united against the wings of the Vikes Eagle and the ray of Japanese sun. Bound not by the chains of conquest, but by the promise to fight for one another. From South Africa to Indonesia to the Middle East, the OFN has sent men and machines, bullets and blood, and soldiers of free nations around the world fought for liberty. Yet, it's not enough. As many nations pledge allegiance to the OFN, it's still not enough. It will take more than the existing members to defeat both the Hun and the Samurai, far more. For this reason, Gene argues that we should seek to invite more members to the alliance. We must streamline the application process to make further expansion easier. Alright, so we got the Kirkpatrick Doctrine. Calls for the support of authoritarian regimes to oppose totalitarian ones. Its goal is to defeat the German Reich and the Japanese Samurai by any means necessary. A communist dictatorship may be a dictatorship where they oppose the Reich, and for now, that's all it takes. Alright, so now we're helping literally everybody against Germany and Japan. So now we got the unions, then and now. Uproot the enemy here. A weed is growing in the United States, a disgusting rotten weed. Its name? Sovereign Caucus. Part of the disgusting chimera that is the NPP. Sovereign call for the preservation of white and Christian America. They are not patriots, no, they are the opposite. They'd rather march beneath the swastika than beneath the stars and stripes. They are fascists through and through. Must be dealt with accordingly. We'll not ban them, we'll not stoop to their level, instead we'll put out a series of attacks and ads portraying them as the Nazi bootlickers they are. Unlike her grandfather, she was never a socialist or a communist, while she heavily supported labour unions, which is a great deal of respect for those who go by social democrat. Alright. It's got the fires of liberty, ready to spread. Fires of liberty have never gone out. They may have been dimmed, dampened or diminished, but no more. To these fires ensuring their roaring blaze is stronger than ever before, yet it is not an uncontrolled rage, it is confined, it is careful. The fires of freedom will spread, but they will not consume. Unlike the fires of the Reich, they will not ruin or kill. Fires of freedom and enlighten. So there we go. As he died to make men holy, let us die to make men free. Time to get our hands dirty. So that was a little thing on LBJ, that's what's going on in Washington, and he says he doesn't care. The torch of liberty will burn until every man breathes free. There we go. that's the end of the New World Order mod, guys. This is where it ends the game, and let me know if you guys have enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe on the channel. And yeah, if there's any nations or playthroughs you'd like me to do, in any nations, in any mod really, feel free to drop a comment down below, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Let me know how you guys are doing and things, and yeah, I've had fun with this, to be honest, with the proxy wars and things. So I probably won't touch America in quite a while, because, you know, things get a bit repetitive, so maybe, I don't know, Germany or something, or Japan even. It's up to you guys. Just, I won't do America twice in a row. I hope you understand that. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.